What's going on, people? Anything goes, back again with another ghost reaction video. Before we get into this today, make sure you're subscribing to the channel, liking the video, getting your suggestions and your thoughts down in the comments below, tickling that bell, and if you feel like you want to support us even more, click the join button and become a member. Today we got some more King Frostmare. Been bringing these videos out weekly now.
I don't agree with the title.
There's usually some jump scares that you cannot turn off.
Yeah.
I reckon I can.
Exactly, I don't agree with the title.
Yeah, there's usually one or two jump scares in these videos, which I enjoy.
I think they
So
enjoy
much.
it. I think they enjoy more than you enjoy.
Nothing more to say.
Let's do this.
So guys, time for scary videos. Today with a creepy shadow encounter in Kent's basement and an eerie CCTV recording which might have captured an apparition. Now let's buckle up and stay frosty.
Yeah, it doesn't want to say and jump scare.
No.
The following is an interesting clip that has been uploaded by StayRB to the paranormal section of Reddit. The user states that he grew up around his grandparents, who were the owners of a local pub. People always said that this pub was haunted, and some even stated that they saw ghosts in there themselves. Today, RB is sharing a short clip that he could get from the camera of the place. He states, "This is a small clip I have on my phone from the pub's camera. It's showing the man who used to follow me in my grandparents' pub."
I was gonna say, did you see that dude?
Is this someone?
My grandma always said the pub was haunted, so I'm going with ghost. No one else would have
Oh,
been
that's
there
actually
at the
weird.
time in the morning.
Because of the resolution of the camera, that's actually proper
You
weird.
can see somebody peeking around the corner here. Pretty creepy, to be honest. His family does believe that this was indeed a paranormal encounter. Of course, there's no proof for this claim. Maybe it was just a creepy guy. But why would anybody do this if it wasn't a staged incident, of course? Who can say?
What do you, in regards to the resolution, do you think that changes your whole outlook on what makes it?
No, it blurs
Details.
blurs details. Yeah, so their face looks weirder and stuff like that when they film it on like an Android, and it looks like the first ever Game Boy. So it like blurs details and stuff like that. So people's faces look weird, but
I feel like they always look weird.
they are in a pub.
What does that mean?
People
May behave.
get weird in pubs. That's where people go to get weird. Especially that seemed like, because it's quite quiet. It doesn't seem like a. It seems like a over there pub.
Quayside.
People.
A Quayside.
People,
They're already
people
weird.
are weird when they walk in. So I wouldn't be shocked if there's just some drunk guy that goes in there and then just chills, kneeling down by the column, peeking around it at people.
I mean, it just looks like the behaviour of a madhead to me, but, you know. No, but I do think that we've seen, you know, God knows how many videos and clips we've seen now, but, like, the quality of the details are usually questionable, if you will. But what you can see is that even when it comes down to, like, what you can register around the facial, it's never really quite enough. And I think that's the ongoing thing that they have in common.
Nowadays would make it look more like, oh, that's just a person standing there. Or if the details would be weird enough where it's like, oh, that's definitely not a person because they're.
I don't think that's a
face is
person.
like-
I don't just think that's a person for the fact of, even if it's a crappy camera, like the camera's still registering certain colours. Like the bar is like, the garnish is shining. Do you know what I mean? Certain colours of, even if you rule the browns, it's too light. It's too. Forget the details on his face. The colours are two
I
things.
guess so.
He's looking a bit zombied, if you will. But
now we want to take a look at one of Ken's recent videos in which he's sharing an event that took place during an investigation by another paranormal team, which was visiting the Lamb House to conduct their own little paranormal investigation.
He's letting
The
people in now
basement is
to
filled
investigate.
with tons of negative energy, as I can attest myself, and the air always feels thick. One of the female investigators is trying to contact whatever is living down there.
How about we don't look in the black hole?
Something just hit the back of my leg.
You guys down here? Janice thought a rock was thrown at the back of her leg. After carefully looking over the recordings, nothing hit the back of her leg. Nothing landed on the floor behind her. But right before the back of her leg was hit, we see something in the recording that is quite troubling. A skull face with deep dark eye sockets.
Something seems to have touched her leg. It almost looks like a face is peeking
Yeah, but
through
that's-
the floor
that's
here,
transparent.
doesn't it?
That's like
Is it actually
morphing
the
though,
same
and the,
shadow
like.
entity that was peeking from behind the staircase one day?
I was trying to see if her trouser moved at all. It kind of does look like that, yeah. To be fair.
Shortly after
hate
the
it.
leg
I hate
was
it.
That one was
touched,
worse.
I
one of
hated
the
that one.
stationary cameras also captured this.
Do something. Push me. Play with my hair. Okay?
Sounds like a good Friday night.
Something push me. Something push me.
go on, I won.
Holy. That was 10 times the force I felt.
A black shadow is making it into the hole, not to be seen again for the night.
There are some who question the validity of these Lamb House encounters and underestimate the reality of these spirits. I warn people who come to the Lamb House, do not provoke
That just
these
looks like the
spirits.
thing that was in the
When I first
window and
started
stuff like
these
that. That's
investigations, I too underestimated what would happen if these spirits were provoked. I learned by my mistakes not to provoke these spirits. And you don't always know what you're dealing with in this
That's a
basement.
disgusting shape of shadow. Did you notice that?
This is not the first time a strange anomaly has been captured in the Lamb House. This exact entity has appeared before.
That was a lion. No, this house has
Again,
got too
it was
much
the
going on
same
in it.
thing that had touched her leg. Very creepy indeed.
there's way too much stuff in that house.
By now, a new channel should have started of we just moved into a house and we think it's haunted. That's where we should be at by now. And then the second video should be, oh, I've just seen the previous videos of the previous owners of this house.
He's not moving out of that house. If he was gonna move out, he would have done it ages ago. When the first video started happening, that's when he would have moved out.
What, the lion?
Yeah. Yeah. And the one where he turns around and there's just that black person standing there and all the faces poking out of the doorways, on the stairs, all of that stuff.
The
If
only
he's not
thing,
moved out
yeah,
yet.
the only thing I actually want to know the difference between, or if we can ever find out, obviously they've always stated that the air gets kind of cold or thick, if you will. So I only want to know if that's something I'm trying to notice because that means they're around, or if that's something I'm trying to get the hell away from. There's a big difference, you know?
Depends who you're asking. Some people just say if it gets cold, that just means that someone's around.
Around, yeah.
But if it's like hot and smells funny,
Oh, you mean eggy?
yeah,
Sulfury.
like, yeah, then run away.
I think that's some good
But
advice.
I don't think you can feel
The difference.
when the temperature goes up. I don't think you can feel it as much. Like I don't
would.
think your body feels it as much.
I
It's
would.
just people with
You know.
when they've got like the thermometers and that with them, and it goes up when the thermometers are on their little spirit boxes or whatever, and the temperature goes up.
Yeah, like to me, cold
But
is cold.
not- But it's not going from 25 to 26.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying. But cold is cold to me. As soon as it hits a certain degrees, I'm blitz, and you're just looking at me like, why are you cold? Whereas when it gets hot, I can
You
feel.
mean like right now? You're in a hoodie, onesie, and a woolly hat, and I'm in a t-shirt.
Yeah, you're cold. Look, you got goosebumps, and you
Because we're
look.
watching this.
This video was shared by user AliOops. It was captured by the surveillance camera of a friend, which was overseeing the backyard area. The video was captured in the midst of night, and nobody was around at the time of the recording apparently. He asks Reddit, can you debunk this? Captured on a friend's surveillance feed.
I was gonna say I don't like how long this is going on for.
It's peekaboo, isn't it?
Now, it's interesting that this store would be open in the midst of night with nobody around though, right? But we can clearly see somebody moving outside of the house before it pops up in the door frame and then it retracts. The user believes this to be a ghost, but if that's not the case, was it simply a camera malfunction? It is really weird though that we can see the object outside of the house, I find. Well, I couldn't say for sure what was unfolding here, but it makes me wonder, to say the least.
He kind of walks in.
Yeah,
He like
it's kinda
starts outside and then walks in the door.
But it's like, even though we can see outside,
Because
it starts
you
outside.
can see it.
It looks like it goes out then in, but
It
you can
looks like
see
it's
it coming out.
It starts outside, but then when it goes like towards
The
back
door.
in the door, it doesn't keep going outside. It
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it goes in.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I think that would have been enough for me to move.
This is why you don't put cameras up everywhere.
Either that or have nothing.
Do you need a camera looking into your garden?
It depends what's in your house.
I don't think you need one just looking at the grass in your garden.
Depends what's in your house.
The only thing you're gonna catch is foxes and ghosts. Now you have to move.
So long as your stuff don't go missing, I suppose.
It's like when you're sleeping and you swallow spiders.
You swallow spiders.
Everybody swallows spiders when they're sleeping.
Not
It's
me.
like you don't know you're doing it, so like
I can
you
teach you.
don't you don't know they're there, so like you're not fussed by it. But as soon as you know it's there, it's like no.
No, because it doesn't
need
stop
to
me
get
from
out.
sleeping. Look, basically, I'll give you the incantations and you don't have to worry about that no more.
If you haven't got the camera up, you don't know the ghost there, so no, I'd be worried about it.
Would you be worried if it only happened once and you lived there for like 5 years? So you live somewhere 5 years, I don't know, wife, family and that, and then your wife suddenly says, "Oh, I forgot to show you something," and then when you're watching the video, you're like, "Oh my god, we need to move," and then
Forgot to show me this.
yeah,
You forgot. Oh, you forgot. You forgot to show me the ghost walking into the house. Just forgot.
when you're
Just
looking at
slipped my mind.
when you're looking at the date on it, it's like it's like the first year you moved in.
I think it that no,
I
because that's
think-
not like clear. That could just be like anything.
It could be what?
It could just
Well,
be anything.
I
on
would
the
like to.
camera.
I would like to hear every.
No, but it just could be like it could be reflection of light or anything, or the camera just like flitting out a little bit. Like if it's actual like, whereas the ones where it's like an actual body shape and you can see like arms, legs, and stuff like that, and it's like a walking motion. That wasn't even really walking. That was like just sliding across and then.
So you're
It's
fine
like a
with
knot.
visual effects or questionable effects on cameras.
As long as it doesn't actually look like anything. Like it'd be different if that was a black shadow that looks like it's walking into the house.
True.
Where that was like it's barely visible, and it doesn't like have any like natural movement to it. Then it's fine.
You will still struggle to sleep that
I'm
night.
saying that now.
The following is another CCTV recording, which was captured on a ship which was sailing off the coast of Somalia this past September. Security saw some strange balls of light at first, but didn't think anything of it. Nobody was moving in the lower area of the ship at the time for security reasons, as they were making it over the border. The area was pitch black at the time. The area was pitch black. But then something really unusual unfolded. We see a person manifesting, but how's that possible? It looks like a dark cloud is forming.
It's an
and then
actual
the person
person.
appears.
You can see the legs and everything.
Many of the crew were sure that
It looks like they're just
mysterious
looking at the
event was
ground.
transpiring here. Of course, they didn't see anybody leaving the area at the time on any of the other cameras. So, do we have to assume
And
that
then
the
it
ghost
just-
was visiting that night?
Floats away. That's what I was talking about. If I see something like, you can see a whole person. You can see where their legs start, where their shoulders are, where their head is. No.
I know exactly what that was.
No. What?
Yoshimitsu.
No. Yeah. Okay.
He just does that move, innit? It just appears. Oh my god.
What?
You just scared the shit out of me.
What? Because I kicked.
Yeah.
Wow. Calm down. Yeah. No. That, especially because it's pitch black in that room, so you shouldn't be able
To even
to
see things manifest
Yeah,
as it
like
is.
that.
That was very detailed. That was more
Because
detailed than the pub.
It's like they had clothes on as well because his
It
legs
looked
were
like his jeans.
yeah,
It looked like
yeah,
his
like
things
a black
separating.
top, like. But you shouldn't be able to see that if it's pitch black in the room. I know it's a night vision camera, but like you shouldn't be able to see something just appearing like that and then just floating away.
See, my problem with that is, you know, by the time I do have my own home and set up cameras, the quality is going to be. I'm going to be able to tell if those jeans, who made those jeans, which is definitely more worrying. I'll be more. It will be easier for me to believe that's a person.
Again,
than
no, it's an old camera on that ship, innit? So it's like, is it struggling to pick up what's there and it's turning into something else, or is it actually picking up something? You just don't know. Whereas today's cameras might be like, yep, look, you can see what brand their jeans are.
You can see what crepes he's
You
wearing.
can see their name tag. You can see what year they were born. Everything.
User Oh My God Jazz has shared the next capture to the paranormal Reddit section.
I don't like
A
this.
university teacher showed me this photo that was displayed in one of our campus buildings. There's an old mine near our
Oh, is
university
it just a picture?
where the photo was originally taken. Can you see him?
What, him?
Can't be him. That thing.
Oh, that.
Where's the rest of his body?
It's hard to not notice this face peeking out from one of the pillars in the back.
Yeah, when you're
The
zooming in.
staff states that this could be a spirit from the olden days that used to work in these old mines. What do you think? A strange light reflection, lens flare of some sorts, or a visitor from the afterlife? Now we want to take a look
No.
at the
You definitely didn't press spacebar hard enough.
You have to press it. The harder you press it doesn't mean the quicker it does it.
I don't even feel like it
If you press
registered.
it, you
I
press
wouldn't
it.
have. I didn't
But it
register.
paused.
Anyway, how would you feel if you went through like old school pictures, like when you was a baby and that, and then it's like suddenly now that you can see things, there's always all this.
That. Yeah, but what are you gonna do about it?
I mean, in general,
I only get scared when it's like
yesterday.
real time. When it's like when there's a video of someone running around a house and it's like in real time. That's when it's like. That's when it gets to me. When it's like pictures from if I'm a baby and there's a ghost in the background, what am I gonna do about it now? I'm glad they didn't eat me. I'm glad they're not in my pictures now.
You said eat you.
That's what monsters do when you're little.
I mean, it'd be pretty bloody obvious if there was a monster in the picture. We're talking about a ghost or something that's more questionable to say at the least. And you jump and dive straight to monsters. I'm happy they didn't eat me.
It's just like, it's like, what are you gonna do about it?
I think it changes things.
It's more if I'm in that moment, or like the pictures only get to me when someone's walking around a haunted place and they take pictures and it puts the pictures in. Because that's like, it's still in the moment. It's like, yeah, I can't be doing with all the running around, just darting around corners with dark shadows, which King Frostmare usually gives us.
You can tell when it's coming.
Now we want to take a look at an update from paranormal enthusiasts, Signs and Signals.
I've seen this one on
They
Nuke
had
before.
traveled to an
I don't know if
old
it's
church
this
one
video,
night,
but
and they came across a really creepy looking shadow person peeking from behind the corner.
yeah, we see that on
Almost
Nukes,
a
I
year
think.
later, they venture out to the same church to see if whatever was visiting them that night still remains in there. And it didn't take long until really weird things started to unfold.
Is this the one we watched?
No, I didn't. I don't think so, at least. I never see them tying anything to doors and stuff on Nukes.
We just need to start coming back here now. Okay. I'm good.
Poltergeist activity is a common sight for strong otherworldly presence. Apparently this church was also home to several rituals that people conducted in the past. A bit later, they captured this.
We've seen you in here before. We know that you're in here. And you know that we know that you're in here.
I feel like we watched this one before.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Was this the
I think they
infamous
came
shadow
back
from
this
the
one time
past?
and then it was like, nope, never coming back again.
Who knows? But it got even a little bit more creepy.
Let's just go into the main area.
I don't think we saw this
It always
part.
shows itself whenever we go in there.
You heard the voice from like out here. It wasn't from back here. It's from...
It sounded like it was from somewhere else in here. It wasn't like in the hall.
Okay. Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's just gonna run over there. That's what you don't care.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Go on again.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
After something
Oh,
was seen,
yep, just
running
sitting at the
them,
back.
they come
Posted.
across this shadow, just sitting there and watching them. Was it perhaps playing tricks on them? It is very likely. I invite you to check their whole investigation out on Signs and Signals.
No, I've thought about after last week,
I was asking what?
after we went to the church.
That's the same thing that just came to mind with me.
All I've been thinking is like, right, these people must be actually like shitting themselves walking around these places, because as soon as we pulled up to that church, it looked like a horror film. Like it looked like that's where we went to die. Someone was going to kill us that night. And just walking along that cemetery and up to the church, it was like
The scariest thing
just
possible.
like heart just beating.
Do you know what? I think even if, say we went there during the day, I think like our imagination of what it would be like dark, like the first thing we're going to register is that there's nothing that's projecting light anywhere.
No.
So we're going to be like, okay, we realize how dark it really is going to be. Now everything, even from when we heard a little noise in the bush and that, like everything's amplified. But then my problem I was thinking about was when they're saying that it's not only that they're saying that the church is haunted, they add context and say stuff like they were performing rituals and shit. Now that's something that's never going to be advertised or known information unless you're from the area or the background or the family and all of that. And that church was lit. And when I say to you, man ain't supposed to be in the church at them times.
I said that to you though. I said, what if there's people in there doing stuff they shouldn't be doing and we're just walking around it?
No, but that's what I was trying to. That's what I was hinting at when I said that.
When the door opened, I was imagining someone just running out with
Whatever.
a black robe and hood
Oh,
over, and
that's why I was ready to shout.
Machete in hand and everything.
That's why I was
just
ready to
running at
shout
us,
in.
yeah, just running at us screaming. So when people go to these abandoned places and stuff like that,
Oh yeah, no.
I don't think I ever clocked before how actual like scared you get when you actually get to a place and start walking through it without anything even happening. And now it's like, yeah, these two must actually be. When they start running, it's like, yeah, I get it now. Like as soon as you hear anything.
The following is a recording which was shared by user Cam. She was recording a fun dance tonight for her profile and had some of her family and friends over. All in all, it was a really enjoyable evening, but one of her friends noticed that something seemed off with this video.
I can't even see a mirror.
What's in the back? Never mind.
I don't trust these now when he doesn't explain them too tough.
The problem is there's so much going on.
I can kind of see someone, but I
Or
can't tell
something.
that that's a mirror
It
because
almost
you can't
appears
see
as if
her
a
in
creepy
it.
face can be seen in the mirror behind the women.
Yeah, look.
They stated that this was not a
But why-
reflection of something else.
So why is there
that
nothing in the
this
mirror?
Normally isn't there.
But why is she not in the mirror?
Yeah,
I don't think it's a
So,
mirror.
was it something from another realm, or is it just pareidoia?
What do you say?
So yeah, pareidolia is like when things matrix in a camera and it looks like something completely different to what it actually is. Like if a light shines on something and there's like, say there's like on a mirror. I don't think that was a mirror. I think that might have been like a window or something.
It's either that or
Because
the
there was
angle.
nothing in the mirror.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like the way we're looking at it, it almost looks like a door frame as opposed to a
So
mirror.
say like, people like you've got all different handprints on that mirror. Someone's just and like for some reason some handprints have like gone over one another, and then a certain light hits it from a certain angle and it looks like a face or something like that. It's like just something looking like when you see something on camera and it looks like something, it's just not. Like just usually two things like blurring into one and it makes it look like a person or a face. But that, yeah,
there was too much going on in that video.
It was too hard to see that.
Lights, colours, all the effects.
Because it kind of, the face kind of lighted up different to the light that was on them. It was like, it looked like a lightning strike or something was lighting it up. But they had like
that other video.
They had like coloured lights. Yeah, so I was expecting that one to be a jump scare one just because usually when he doesn't explain too much about it.
I thought there was something in the whole video that we couldn't, like, until they zoom out, you can't see. And then when you can see it, it's a bit questionable.
I was expecting the camera to move and there'd be a mirror and there would just be someone doing this and that.
Yeah, but it's hard for them to say it's a mirror and we're looking at it. And the first thing I'm trying to do in a mirror is see the reflection to understand the angle.
Where the mirror is, but there wasn't.
Robin Scorbin has shared the following really odd encounter that apparently was recorded by the CCTV camera right in front of their workplace. It also looked like something was manifesting out of thin air.
Let's see, hang on, it's gonna pull up here just a second. Okay, there it is right there. Watch. It goes
His bald head is killing me.
all the way across the camera. Now that you know where it's at, I'll pull out a little bit and just watch this thing. It goes all the way across. And there's not a light because there is no light back there behind. You can see up on the hill back there. There's no light there. There's nobody over here. But it's still going across the camera. You can't see it as much now, but it's there.
So, what was Robin seeing that night? Was it merely a strange light that was transmitted from
There's a bald man.
object from the back? Or was something floating or possibly walking by here? It left them quite a bit baffled, he said.
Oh no, not grandma.
Floating lights aren't too bad.
No, again, there's another one where it's like
It could be anything.
there's not enough detail to it to tell.
Because of the potato quality. I don't know, I was thinking about you know, a lot of security cameras and things like that. And in terms of like even with how it can follow or how we follow what it's relaying or recorded. Like even if there's a way that whatever these other things are have eyes, like we know how the light always reflects off of the eyes based on our eyes are, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the exact word is, but it reflects off our eyes. Even when it comes down to like you pictures and you've got red eyes, these things are just things that happen in the moment of based off of light and whatever else. And those videos I'm fine with. I can easily sleep at night. I could even stay working there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Them videos ain't gonna bug me when it's just like a light that looks like nothing.
Looks like a train.
I'm scared of grandma.
Now we check out another Reddit submission from user mgirl. The young woman suspects that the security camera in her grandma's bedroom, in which her little kid was having a sleepover one night, captured a spirit which was visiting her little son.
That's all
She
long.
states, "This was years ago, and the camera wasn't high resolution and choppy, and I was never sent the video by my aunt. She only shared this picture."
Sorry?
My grandma had passed away a few months prior, and I believe her spirit
Okay,
was
yeah.
comforting
See,
my
that
son that
picture
night.
is weird.
Could see
We're
her
gone.
As she looked around the time she passed, the varicose veins and her easily bruised lady skin, covered with bruises due to her blood thinner meds.
We're gone.
Her hair not done, and the same moo nightgown my grandma wore often. So, could
We
the
are
young
leaving.
woman be right, and her son was visited by the spirit of her
Tonight.
grandma?
Yeah, see?
That is
That
problematic.
picture was bad.
I don't even think you can
What must the video have looked like? Like that's when the pictures are bad, when you can tell that's an actual old lady standing behind him and the kid is like in his own world doing whatever he's doing.
I thought the kid was going towards grandma still.
No, he was facing the camera.
Was he?
So it was behind him but it's not even like, oh, it's just something hanging on the door. It's like the door was open and she just standing in the doorway looking at him from that, and he just clueless what's behind him.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think a lot of that stuff will probably be based on as you say, time and everything else. Like if that is true, like, you know, the grandma passed away fairly recently and that happens, it's one thing. If that's 2 years down the line and that's happening,
Yeah. Wait, if it's more recent, what's the difference?
to me might be, you know, someone that's passed saying bye.
Why can't they say bye in 2 years?
You should be gone.
How do you know what time is? If that is someone, 2 years might be 2 minutes.
I was using an example, but in general, innit?
If that's behind me at all, I don't care if it's my nan, my dog, my...
What if you got a good quality camera and it's your nan?
What? What are you doing here? Walking through my bedroom door behind me when sorry? And it's only showing up on my camera. No, sorry. It's all nice and stuff that my nan's visiting me, but I don't need to see that.
You said, what are you doing here?
I'd rather you do it and not be on camera.
You said, what are you doing here?
As again though, it's like I don't know, maybe it's America and other countries are different, but I don't know many people that just have security cameras in like bedrooms and stuff like that.
I could understand if a lot of things were coming from clips of like
I say a lot of
baby
people, I don't think I've
mothers.
ever met someone that's got a security camera in their bedroom.
Probably the class, isn't it? Probably the class.
Not class.
The class wearing in comparison.
Oh.
Again, it all boils down to assets. If you got things that you need watched over,
Yeah, but even if like a kid, I don't know many people that I know. Like you get baby monitors and
yeah, but that's what I was saying.
stuff like that, but not like a whole camera in the corner. But I guess it just depends.
Yeah, if you're like,
if you can set that up or not.
You know, if you're
why you don't.
If you want the best.
So your nan is not looking like a fucking Dementor from Harry Potter behind you.
Oh my god! Do you know what? That's the first thing I thought it was. Like that's the first thing my brain said. That looks like one of those Harry Potter things, and I forgot what that was called. Thank you for reminding me.
The peekaboo.
This is a recording from user Short and Stout Guy, who on his channel is sharing quite a few paranormal investigations that can be described as quite intriguing. This
It's gonna come out of that open door, isn't it?
Stationary CCTV recording from a client of his states. In this case, the owners had reported a small, child-sized entity that would, at times, pick out at them from around the corner down the hallway. The group had set
I don't understand why there's a camera here.
I thought it was gonna be an open door, but apparently it's not.
If you watch the doorway at the end of the hall, the night vision camera recorded what appears to be a dark shape that forms and leans out to take a look down at the team and then pulls back in.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
That was moving so slow, I couldn't tell. But that shape has been there the whole time.
The camera is not the best, which is why it's pretty hard to make out facial features. But it is undeniable that something was peeking out the doorway here. Was it paranormal or something else? You decide.
What else?
What else?
What else could it be?
I'm more annoyed that...
Especially if they're...
Look at the angle of the night vision camera. What are you looking at?
Yeah, I don't understand where all these camera angles are coming from. People really need to video everything. But yeah, that's a black shadow moving around. What else could it be if it's not paranormal? If they're like asleep or not in, it's not like it's just
what's
an umbrella by the door just a second ago.
What's that thing that chills with from Death Note? I forgot what it's called. What's his name? Ryuka?
Something like that, yeah.
That's what it is. It's one of those.
That's not what they're called. That's the thing's name. They're called Shinigami.
Yeah, I thought so. A couple of them still.
A
couple of them.
No,
yeah, so like even when that video started, the first thing my brain's trying to register is why that thing had like a perfect shadow outline, and I was like, maybe that's what it is. But it took so long to start moving, and I was like, oh, I was right.
Things don't really move on their own though, from what I've experienced.
What have you experienced?
I'm just saying, if it's not paranormal, things don't usually just... Like my chair doesn't usually really get up and just like have a quick walk about and then stand still again.
I mean...
Usually.
In Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
Now we want to check out a new paranormal
clip
that was shared by user Mellowbird. He had shared quite a number of crazy poltergeist events in the past years, and some people have mistakenly called him out for being a faker. However, they oftentimes don't realize that in the video where he was wearing a green suit, he was simply showing that it would be impossible for him to fake all of the crazy activity in his home.
Oh, can't hide the shadows, I get it.
This year had
was the shadows there?
Yeah, you could see this, like his
outline.
He's wearing a green suit, so he's blurred out, but you can't green suit your shadow, so you can see his shadow moving it. Although, would you even see a shadow if he's using a green screen now? A green suit now?
I've always wanted to know that. Not everything will be covered, though, innit? Surely. If something's too dark, would it... He's not there.
shadow entity is clearly appearing from the right corner, besides tons of other poltergeist activity that seems to be pretty common around his property.
Did you see the shadow thing?
There.
Oh, from behind. This is potato. You can't even make out what those things are on there.
But what do you believe? I have no explanation at what we are looking at here
I
exactly.
want to know what that thing was.
Pretty
Did you
eerie.
see that?
No.
The kind of transparent thing that kind of just floats from the left, from the right to the left.
Pretty eerie.
Oh,
I
that
have no
here,
explanation
that thing.
at what
Oh,
we are
right,
looking
yeah.
at here exactly.
Fair enough about the shadow thing. It's fine with that. I mean,
Shit.
no thank you.
We're getting to the end and there hasn't been a jump scare or anything.
Then you have nothing to worry
But
about.
I've never actually thought about that.
What?
Like looking for the person's shadow if they're like faking a video.
I don't think you need to.
Usually,
Okay,
if you're seeing something
maybe-
move on its own, you're usually focused on that, so you don't even recognize shadows. But it's only because he put I can't like it's all I can fake me not being there, but you can't fake shadows. I've never actually
Thought about that.
thought about it like that.
In general, I don't think anything's happened that we've watched that I haven't registered as something that doesn't make any sense. Like, say if simultaneously things are moving and there's a shadow, then I've got something to question. But I can't focus on just that and then everything else is blurred. In my mind, I'm always trying to look at more details because more details allow us to make a better understanding of what the fuck is happening.
That's been the most paranormal one so far, just because there's multiple different things.
I felt like
happening,
it.
but it's
I
coming-
felt
it's
like
coming
it was you. It
It's
was you
coming
in a
from-
green screen.
It's coming from a guy that's just showed us that he can
Manipulate.
like fake videos.
Mm.
So it's like it's either or.
But the way it started being annoying and throwing golf balls and that, I was like, if there's anything that you'll be doing, it's that. Huh.
I'll be doing a lot worse. I'll be doing annoying stuff
That isn't what?
like hiding the telly control and
Oh.
like waiting for someone to go to the toilet, but like just before they go, taking the toilet roll out.
Or just put it above them
Yeah. Or
so they've got no reason to look
what else
up.
can you do? That's annoying. I like take all the light bulbs out. Well, when someone goes to work, because they come home and all the light bulbs are out, I'll just put them on the table nicely. It's quite annoying. So now you know. If that ever happens, it's just me.
You're not going to be haunting me, so that's fine.
This is an eerie investigation.
Oh yeah, this is a jump scare one.
To me by Zodiac. The story goes that two friends were exploring a supposedly haunted building one day, which was visited
You can
by
just
the ghost
tell.
of a lady once in a while. Why, however, is not exactly known.
You can just tell.
Looks like an abandoned
as they are
school.
walking through the ruins of this former place, the cameraman captures something on his device that shouldn't have been there.
And he's just gonna be like, scary, isn't it? Creepy, isn't it?
It's always those ones when you half turn and go back straight away.
I didn't even see it. I was too scared to watch.
It weren't there. It was not a jump scare.
Why did the music play?
Because something come out. It weren't a jump scare though.
Oh, what?
I gotta get you to watch it somehow.
What do you mean?
Was it perhaps the spirit of the lady that was lingering? Or is this just a
How did you fall for that?
It's always the last video.
Thank you guys so much.
my god.
You're right, it wasn't a jump scare.
I was nearly dribbling. No, it weren't the jumps they were accustomed to.
See, the thing is, that video was quite a mild one.
Oh, in the grand scheme of King Frost.
For what videos he usually does. Like, that was like really heavy on like surveillance camera videos and stuff like that. So there wasn't too much that was actually there wasn't no like first hand scary videos in that, and then they throw that in.
I think it's needed.
Is it? I could have done.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
Could have done without pissing my pants.
I think it's worse when it's like, obviously, say for instance when it comes to like nukes and that. When we first started watching them, we just had all these lunatics that love to do these 180s and these 90-degree spins. Like, they'll take one step forward and immediately you can't even focus on anything, on any of the details, because it's like, yeah, what's going on? Oh shit. Those are much worse than the jump scares to me. But nah, that was right, man.
That was just...
You could edit that in, man.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, I will. Thank you for giving me permission to edit that one in.
But yeah, no, I think we should maybe take some notes down or thoughts as to how to approach these places that we will be visiting and stuff. No?
No.
We really should have.
Although I was more brave than you at the church.
Of course, whatever. Well done. Well done.
It's just these videos, because when I go to bed they play over and over again in my head.
Yeah, because you have to watch them like multiple times.
Well, if you like this video, make sure you like the video. Get any other channel or video suggestions down in the comments. We've been doing a lot of King Frostmare nukes lately, so it'd be good to hit up a few more channels. If
you haven't already, go check out our adventure to St. Mary's Church.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It wasn't.
Yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, tickle the bell, all that good stuff. Click the join button if you so feel to.
Love for the support so far.
No, I got a flow. When I react, the man's got cold. When I react, the man's got go. You little bitch, stick it in your reacts. If it was a big react, so man's got no. Anything goes, you know this year just gonna blow like I won't have it. You won't manage, so I'm real, I'm silent like magic. Part with a man that also savage.